orderly officers.
Online, on air, and in person, this is Buff with me, Annie Apako, live from Queen Square in Bloomsbury. We welcome you to St George the Martyr Church in London for the first ever Buff BAFTA Watch Party. We got a great show for you tonight in the company of Emmanuel Anyam Asigwe and a stacked lineup of guests who are waiting to see if their prayers have truly been answered and if Rock Paper Scissors is indeed victorious in the Best Short Film category. Right, now it's time to get this party started with something strong as we run it back on 20 years of urban independent cinema from the British Urban Film Festival in 20 minutes.
On air.
Online.
So is it on?
Online.
Online.
On air. And in person.
In person.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Buff.
Ready? Online. What is it? Online.
On air.
On air.
And in person.
And in person.
This is Buff.
Ready? Online. Online. See, you lot laugh. What is this? Online.
On air.
Online, on air, and in person. Online, on air, and in person. Ready? Cool. Online. Online, on air, and in person. Yeah?
This is Buff.
Okay, ready. Online, on air, and in person. This is Buff.
So, tell us more about BUFF, the British Urban Film Festival. How and why did it begin?
So it all started in West London, funnily enough, back in 2005 when I was heading up the African Caribbean Society at my uni, which is at Thames Valley University, which is now University of West London. And we went to the Prince's Trust Urban Music Festival, as it was back in '05, and Will Smith and Akon were
Gosh, I'd
the
forgotten
main
about that.
guests. Yes.
Yeah.
You were probably there.
Probably.
Yeah.
The brands, they come and they go. That's why the
do.
brands that last forever, you got to respect them.
Indeed, indeed. So it's at that event that I said to my friend who was with me at the time, you've got all these people in one room, organised by Prince Charles, and why aren't we as black people doing something similar? So an urban music festival concept then became an urban film festival concept, and we just put a B at the end, and then it became Buff.
And of course, buff is cute because buff in slanguage means...
Well, where do you want to start with Buff? So
Give us the clean version.
the clean
buff.
version, polished.
Yeah, in slanguage, in street language, buff means...
Nang, peng, beautiful.
So for anyone driving around going, I have no idea what you're talking about, could you define that in an Oxford English Dictionary manner?
So buff is a euphemism for something that is beautiful or attractive.
So if someone walks past you and goes, she's buff, I can take that as a compliment.
Yes.
Right.
They usually put well buff.
Well
at
buff.
the
She's
end.
well buff.
Yes.
The days of the empire are dead. Britain is no longer a great military power. The economy's in the pits. But one way in which we still outshine the rest of the world is in our storytelling, our culture, our films. We are the world's storyteller. We have been, and we could continue to be. But for that to be the case, we need to give a platform for new voices in British film that represent the true diversity we see out there on the streets. And that's what Buff is here to do.
First off, thank you for acknowledging Dad. One, because he was a director, he was a producer, he was a writer, besides a comedian, and how he was as a dad is he was a great dad. He just had a lot of hookers, and that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. We all need a little hooking in our lives. Why I asked you to come up here is because I knew very little about Buff, and so when you asked me to come for the award, I remember I turned to you and I said, well, if it's a film festival, you should be putting in my documentary, because I really go with the thing of you ain't got to ask nobody, and so I was, and I approached you, and the fact that I hooked you up with Daryl and you guys made it happen. The other is, you came through on your word in an industry, at least for me, that people have not come through on their word. And to be who you are, but to be a black man of his word for this American biracial woman means more to me and really honors the legacy of my father. And what you're doing for other filmmakers honors the legacy of my father. And I wanted to acknowledge you in front of everybody and say thank you so much.
Everyone knows me. I'm a book person, and I stumbled through my way in film late in life, and got ideas like everyone else, but how do you get them out there, especially with the background I've got. And Buff, 6 years ago, gave me my first opportunity. Yeah, Manuel, the founder. I made a short film, and no, short film was a documentary. I got it out there, and it was a casual, it was a football thing, English white working class. So I had a premiere with a load of football hooligans and whatnot, and there was one black man sitting in the front row, and I thought, who's that? You know what I mean? And he introduced himself as Manuel, and he put me in the BUFF Film Festival in 2011, I think it was. And he's kind of nurtured me, supported me, showed me the way through the industry minefield, showed me all the different agendas they're up against, and give us support all the way. And to get the film in Beverley last year, I thought that was victory enough. And the nominations, when I see the nominations, because we've been on the festival circuit for about a year, and we've seen these films, and they're all worthy nominations, and to come out on a raffle ticket here is amazing. And it's the same week that we've entered the film Beverly into the Oscars.
Forward to it. You know, I'm a big supporter of the festival. I think we need more kind of help to push our films through, and I think this is an amazing thing that's happening. You know, it's been running for a long time. The festival's always supported our films, and I just think it's an amazing thing to all come together on one night and just celebrate it, because people work so hard on these films. You know, you see the end product, and you don't always necessarily understand kind of how much work and how much struggle goes behind getting a film made. So I'm just so grateful to kind of be here and being asked to come down, and I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. But woo!
I mean, Emmanuel, the founder of British Urban Film Festival, I know him personally, and I thought, well, this kind of content, I have to reach out to him, and I was very happy that he liked the film, so I'm very grateful the fact that it's being shown.
And I'd just add to that, actually, like, I'm very grateful, actually, for the British Urban Film Festival, because what it's doing is putting a platform for independent film. Most of the filmmakers involved in there, we are working on limited budget, so it's great for us when we hear that it looks like a Hollywood production, because we are working with shoestring budgets. So if we can achieve that professional, high-caliber look, that's great. And if we get a platform, because it's not every day that we get these opportunities, but if we get the platform to show it on the big screen in front of people from the film industry, that's fantastic. And again, this is work that hasn't been somewhat diluted by the commercial world. We're independent filmmakers, so we have complete creative control of our vision, and that's beautiful. And then to be given the opportunity to show that to people from the industry without them having to put their 2 pence worth in, saying, oh, can you take this, can you remove that, can we have this product placed in the scene? It's completely unfiltered, 100% what we wanted to project in front of the film industry. That's fantastic, and I'm very, very grateful for the British Urban Film Festival for giving us that kind of platform, us and other filmmakers
Really good
as
to have
well.
no restrictions.
I'd really like to praise and thank Emmanuel. Right from the off, when we made Sus, I think even before Sus, he started the festival, he was doing short films. And I met this young, tenacious young black man who was like, yeah, I'm trying to make these films, And, you know, it would have been, at the time, it would have been very easy to dismiss him. Not that he was doing anything wrong, it's just that I've met so many people over the years that have tried to set up film festivals, tried to set up systems to encourage black people to be in the film industry. And there was something about the look in his eye, the definiteness and the honesty that made me really trust and know that he was going to continue, that what he was trying to do would continue. So, in a way, I want to accept this award on behalf of him being such a supporter for all of us.
Individual, you know, you have to believe in your dream, you have to believe in yourself, you have to believe in, you know, what you're striving for way past when everybody else has given up. It's one of the few professions where there are no guarantees for anyone. There is a certain amount of reinvention of ourselves, even if it's very, very subtle, very, very slight. It's about, you know, staying ahead of the trends, creating new trends, but always believing that you have something vital and important to say. The minute you stop believing that, then that's when your dream dies. And in order to keep your dream alive, you have to fan the flame.
My main objective is to inspire others, and, you know, to kind of create. I've always wanted to create a gang of actors. We used to call it the Black Pack, right, Rich? Where we get, you know, like a lot of up-and-coming emerging talent and kind of teach them about the industry, because it's really cool to have raw talent, but to know how to act in different environments is a difficult thing, and a lot of up-and-coming talent don't have that skill. So I've spent a lot of my time kind of mentoring, giving advice, and being a part of a lot of things from, you know, conception to where we get to see it. And I've worked with some really brilliant people. Femi, you know, Sim. I mean, there's so many names I can mention. I could be here all day, but I'm just really honoured to kind of get this. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't had an award since I got the most promising newcomer at the British Independent Film Awards many years ago, yeah, for Bullet Boy, and I've been bitter ever since, kind of watching other people walk home with awards. So we got in the cab tonight and my mum was like, don't worry, son, yeah? You definitely know you're gonna get this one. Thank you very much.
Best feature film.
Yeah, it's amazing.
How do you feel?
No, it's brilliant. It's brilliant to be recognised by BUFF. Obviously, BUFF have supported us over the years. They showed my first short film like years ago. Like Manuel likes to remind me of that every so
Love that. What was the best bit? What was that?
It was called Fresh Off the Boat. No one wants to watch that. It's not good. Watch the intent. It's on Netflix. And so yeah. So it's nice to get recognition for, you know, what we've done, and like, you know, it's brilliant.
And what does BUFF feel like? What does it mean to you?
Well, I suppose, like, you know, it's really good, like, to see the growth of BUFF. For me, like, I was on the radio yesterday and I was talking about BUFF, and it's like, you know, it's nice to see the growth and like to see the idea like every year just get better and better. This year it's like the BT Tower. Who knows like where it's gonna be next year? Like, you know, like the Shard or something. Like, and so it's like, you know, no, but it's like it's brilliant. It's brilliant just to see, like, you know, as we grow, BUFF grows, and like, you know, hopefully like as the industry and opportunities that exist for black entertainers within this country expands. BUFF and organisations such as BUFF, because BUFF is beyond the award, right? Organisations such as BUFF having enough finances to continue to grow their business and also, like, you know, really support the industry and nurture talent.
If you faced down all the naysayers, jumped all the barriers in order to pull off the nearly impossible and produce a film that tells a story you want to tell, can you get the holy grail of a distribution deal? Historically, the answer to that has been a resounding no. Hopefully that is changing as films such as Belle, Gone Too Far and Selma, all directed by black women incidentally, show that a good story is a good story. Yeah. But in the meantime, thank goodness for BUFF. A very welcome and much needed showcase for the work of talented filmmakers who struggle for recognition in the mainstream. To have a platform where the work is screened, validated and celebrated is enormously valuable. It encourages people to keep going when they might otherwise give up. Being selected for the festival can also be the first step to securing that elusive distribution deal.
I feel that having done 4 films, I'm still at the beginning of my career. And one of the reasons why I feel this is because we know that those who've previously had the privilege to be making films traditionally would have been considered at the beginning of their careers if they had made only 2, 3, 4 films. And I know that as we begin our filmmaking careers, when we're making our first short or our first feature, we're so completely tunnel visioned that it's difficult to think past post-production, let alone a career. And yet, in order for us to be able to call ourselves directors with careers, we have to have sustainable, viable careers. We have to have sustainable, viable work that goes on beyond more than 1 film, beyond 2 films, beyond 3 films, beyond 4 films. So my hope and my wish in receiving this award is that in the years to come, BUFF will have a plethora of talent that it can look at in order to honour and celebrate, not just through 4 films, which is still the beginning of a career, but 7, 8, 9, 10, just like those people who have been given the privilege before us and whose work stands alongside ours.
How are you feeling right now? What's going through your mind?
You know what? I just want everyone to go inside and watch the film. You know, I'm not talking to you guys, but I like to get to the nitty gritty. I want to know what everyone thinks about my movie because it's the baddest of its kind. So everyone needs to get inside and see that. So, but no, I'm happy, man. I'm happy that everyone came out. I'm happy to see my cast looking good. Look at that blue. I was gonna wear that type of blue. Right, try to stand me up. No, but I'm happy to be here, man. It's a good feeling. Like I worked so hard, and the cast worked so hard, and the crew worked so hard to get a moment like this. So It's all good,
For nearly 2 decades, Emmanuel Anyamosigwe's obsession with diversity has won the hearts and minds of filmmakers and audiences alike. His blueprint for how minorities should be represented has stood the test of time, long before the penny dropped for other institutions far and wide that diversity truly matters. This year, as BUFF marks its 15th anniversary, the more things change, the more things stay the same. Never has diversity been more relevant than in 2020. And as long as the issue remains in the public eye, Emmanuel has ensured that for creatives everywhere, the British Urban Film Festival is a broad church that welcomes all creeds and all colours, comfortable in its own skin and bold in its approach to storytelling and showcasing film as seen through the social and cultural lens. From BFM to Buckingham Palace, it's been quite a journey for the man who literally bet the house on making BUFF the success that it is today.
Starting out the British Urban Film Festival, I mean, it just didn't exist, and it's an incredible event. It's encouraging and giving a platform for people, for emerging filmmakers, for creatives, for artists who aren't always necessarily represented, and it promotes creativity and diversity, and it's just an incredibly exciting event, an exciting thing to be a part of, and I'm really grateful that I get to be part of the story and part of the British Urban Film Festival story.
Okay, we are going live on YouTube. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to BUFF's first ever BAFTA Watch Party. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here at the stunning St. George the Martyr. And we're thrilled to be able to share this special evening with our audience worldwide. Now, you may be wondering why we chose to host this monumental event at St. George the Martyr. Well, with a name like mine, I thought it would be fitting to host an event of this magnitude at one of London's most historical and oldest churches. Now, St. George the Martyr has been an anchor of the community for centuries, and this venue holds a very special place in my heart. It's also a place that has had its own battle to overcome. Just 3 years ago, this church was at risk of closure due to extensive wear and tear. But there's been a wonderful turn of events. Late last year, the National Heritage Lottery Fund awarded a significant amount of money to repair this building and the surrounding areas properly. It's a fantastic step forward, but there is still much more work to be done. Tonight, as part of this event, I hope you will join me in supporting the legacy of St George the Martyr. We are grateful to them for their generous support of tonight's event, and we're incredibly excited to be here celebrating with all of you in this beautiful historical space. And goodness knows we require some divine intervention if rock, paper, scissors is to win tonight. So before we dive into the excitement of the evening, I want to take a moment to acknowledge something very special. This year marks BUFF's 20th anniversary. For 2 decades, BUFF has been a platform dedicated to showcasing urban independent cinema. From the very beginning, we've been committed to amplifying voices that often go unheard, telling stories from communities that are underrepresented, and supporting filmmakers who push boundaries. Over the past 20 years, we've witnessed the growth and evolution of urban independent cinema, and it has been our absolute honor to play a part in its journey. Tonight, we're not only celebrating Rock, Paper, Scissors and its incredible BAFTA nomination, but we're also celebrating 20 years of BUFF's contribution to the world of independent film. It's been a remarkable ride, and we look forward to many more years of discovering and sharing the best in urban storytelling. Now, I'd also like to take a moment to recognize BUFF's very important role in this evening's celebrations. We are extremely proud to be a BAFTA qualifying film festival, which means that short films submitted to BUFF have the opportunity to be considered for BAFTA nominations. Yes, yes, yes. Checks in the post he did that with. This is no small feat, and it's a true testament to the quality of work we select and showcase every year. Now, it's because of BUFF's BAFTA qualifying status that Rock, Paper, Scissors, a film inspired by true events ongoing in Ukraine, is in the running for a BAFTA tonight. This powerful short film, telling a deeply moving story that resonates globally, has made its way from our film festival to the BAFTA nomination for Best British Short Film. And that's something we are incredibly proud of. To the team behind Rock, Paper, Scissors, this is a moment of well-deserved recognition, and we're thrilled that your work has been honored in this way. Rock, Paper, Scissors is a film that demonstrates the power of short-form storytelling. It's a poignant, thought-provoking piece that explores human emotion and connection in ways that stay with you long after the credits roll. And it's been an honor to see the work receive the recognition it so rightly deserves. To everyone who worked tirelessly behind the scenes, from the director, Franz Baum, to the actors, including Milosh Luchanko, from the producer, Hader Rothschild-Huzier, to the writers and crew, you've all contributed to something truly exceptional. You've taken a vision, turned it into something tangible, and now the whole of the British film industry is taking notice. Tonight's BAFTA nomination for Rock, Paper, Scissors is an acknowledgement of the unique and diverse voices that come together every year at BUFF, and the brilliant films that sometimes don't always get the spotlight they deserve. Short films are a powerful vehicle for storytelling, and as an audience, we get to see ideas that challenge conventions, explore new perspectives, and tell stories in ways that longer films sometimes cannot. It's incredible that Rock, Paper, Scissors has reached this milestone, and it's an exciting reminder of the vibrant and diverse talent we have in the UK. As we gather here, it's important to recognize the significance of short films in the landscape of cinema. Short films are where many filmmakers begin their careers, honing their craft and experimenting with ideas. They often have the freedom to be bold, daring, and unique, and in the case of rock, paper, scissors, we see just that. So, here's what we've got coming up tonight. For those of you watching online, we'll be running it back to Amma Asante's historic night at BUFF back in 2018. It was a truly remarkable evening, and we're excited to revisit it with our digital audience. For everyone here in attendance, we'll be kicking things off by watching Rock, Paper, Scissors, the BAFTA-nominated short film. After that, we have a very special treat for you all. We'll be joined by one of the stars from the film, Milosh Luchanko, who's here with us this evening and will be joining me on stage after we watch the film. And then, of course, we'll round everything off with the main event, the BBC One broadcast of the 2025 BAFTA Film Awards, which we'll all watch together here in Queen Square and online across our social platforms. It's going to be a night to remember. Now, the short film category announcement is scheduled for 8:55, after which, depending on the outcome, some of us may get slightly drunk. After all, this is a party, isn't it? This is a party, isn't it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Now, before we start officially enjoying tonight's watch party, I'd like to take a moment to thank all of you, our guests, our supporters, and our community. It's your enthusiasm, your passion for cinema, and your commitment to supporting films like Rock, Paper, Scissors that helps make evenings like this possible. We are beyond grateful for the incredible network we have here at BUFF. Without your support, our journey wouldn't be the same. So a huge thank you to everyone who has attended, supported, and celebrated alongside us. As we settle in for the watch party tonight, let's also take a moment to look ahead. This is just the beginning. The BAFTA nomination for Rock, Paper, Scissors is not just a moment of recognition, but a marker for the year ahead here at BUFF. We can't wait to see what the future holds for this film and the talented people behind it. And let this night also serve as a reminder of the importance of supporting independent filmmakers. It's the voices of creators like the team behind Rock, Paper, Scissors that make British cinema the vibrant, diverse, and bold force it is today. So, let's enjoy this evening together. Let's cheer on Rock, Paper, Scissors and celebrate the incredible achievement of the team. Whether you're here for the film, the company, or the chance to be part of something special, I hope tonight is filled with great memories, conversations, and of course, the magic of cinema. Thank you again for being here, and let's make this a night to remember. So can I check that there are no children here? Are they all gone? Okay, without further ado, it's time to watch the BAFTA-nominated film, Rock, Paper, Scissors.
Esteemed guests, members of the board, pupils, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to be standing here before you this evening. History will be made on this stage as the British Urban Film Festival honours a woman for the first time. A woman whose work is far from done. And yet, when you consider what she's already accomplished, the legacy of Amma Asante, MBE, is already assured. Child actress, children's television producer, screenwriter, director, mentor, role model, BAFTA award winner, and now a BUFF award winner. We have a lot to thank Amma for. We have a lot to thank Grange Hill for, having given this same award to one of its former TV pupils, Ashley Walters, last year. Tonight, it's Amma's turn to receive the honour, and like Ashley, it was at Grange Hill where the public love affair with Amma began. Now, Grange Hill, for those of us of a certain age, was probably the the most famous TV school in the UK, long before Waterloo Road took hold on the public conscience. Amma also has the distinction of being a former pupil at one of the longest established stage schools in the world, the Barbara Speake School. They're here with us tonight. Barbara Speake was initially set up as a dancing school in 1945, and in the intervening 63 years has allowed young children to grow in confidence and self-esteem via the arts. Other former pupils who have come through their doors include supermodel Naomi Campbell, actress and singer Michelle Gale, actor and lead singer of Genesis Phil Collins, and the current artistic director of the Young Vic, Kwame Kwei-Armah. I have no doubt that the next generation of pupils will treasure this moment tonight, sharing in Amma's joy and taking comfort from knowing that in the years ahead, should you be fortunate enough to have a long and fulfilling career, as I have, and indeed Amma has, that you too will be acknowledged by organisations like BUFF, which have gone out of their way to document and champion the heritage of Black British film. Its remit remains inclusive, but at its core is a recognition that, like Richard Pryor, Will Johnson, Ashley Walters, and now Amma Asante, we have a lot to shout about in terms of our glorious past, our present explosion on screen and off screen, and our exciting future. A future that will be shaped not just by trailblazers like Amma, but by the pupils of Barbara Speake and beyond. As she herself has said, Amma is here to disrupt expectations, and long may those disruptions continue.
Just seeing that boy getting off scot-free? Idiotic!
Not scot-free, didn't do it.
Just because Lester wasn't found guilty doesn't mean he didn't do it.
Chris, you are behaving quite unchristianly.
The pastor of our church has a murderous brother and a father who spawns illegitimate children across the world. How unchristian can you get?
Well, one can't imagine Pastor Peters being quite so energetic.
Being a female film director, being the first to be honoured by BUFF, is so monumental for filmmakers like me, my generation, the 80s, 90s, and then filmmakers behind me who are being, coming out of college now in the 2000s, in the 21st century, to know that it's possible. You can, get your BAFTA, you can get a BUFF Awards, you can make films that do great at the box office, you can make independent films, and that your voice will be heard.
Father will hate him on sight. He's cleverer than him, and he's black. She might change her mind. I've met the man I want to spend my life with.
Are you insane? White, British, and she's a salesman's daughter.
Hello, Amma. It's Arnold. I just want to say you deserve this award, and I'm truly grateful for you giving me the opportunity to be in your film, and for all the advice and information you've always given me. The fact that you've always been there, the fact that before even my audition I could even message and call you and get some info and pointers was an absolute blessing for me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much and congratulations.
We shall be receiving visitors for dinner.
Why do you not dine with your family ever?
Because that is not correct.
May I present the second of my two nieces, Miss Dido Lindsay?
I find her repulsive.
Papa, how may I be too high in rank to dine with the servants and too low to dine with my family?
Though I understand she is kept under interesting rules, she raises questions.
Would you do me the honor of taking some air with me?
Don't you care what people will say?
What should anyone say?
I had no idea she would be so black.
One does not make a wife of the rare and exotic.
Does she still have a tongue? I have a tongue. Though yours explains well enough why I may not marry your son. My greatest misfortune would be to marry into a family who would carry me as their shame.
Being a black woman, a mixed race woman, in a period drama, centre stage, not the servant, not the maid, but actually the love interest, the main person we're looking at. That was groundbreaking, because in the UK very often, you know, the excuse given for a lack of diversity in film is that we're obsessed with period dramas. And Amma completely just blew that out of the water by having Belle, this amazing, amazing woman, at the centre of the story. So yeah, Belle always for me.
For the British Urban Film Festival to be honouring Amma, it's about time. And I think that you know, she's well deserved of this honour, and for Buff as well, just being a platform for our voices. I think, you know, being the first female to be honoured at Buff, the first of many, I think is an amazing achievement, incredible.
There's going to be pupils in the audience from Barber Speak, thinking about their next role, thinking about their future. What's life going to be like for me after I leave stage school? To have a benchmark like an Amma, to think again, this is a career. This is not, I'm not going to be, you know, a runner forever, making teas and coffees. I can actually pick up a camera, I can direct people, I can write and have my writing seen and heard. I think it's just great for the pupils to know that within their own community, she's still so accessible that she will be a great role model for all of the students there. And I hope they really enjoy tonight.
I really feel like she took me under her wing, because we met a while ago. We met, where did we meet? We met while I think she was promoting, I can't remember, she was promoting one of her films and I was promoting The Good Liar, and we met at the NAACP Awards. My film was nominated and her film was nominated, and we met there briefly, but then where we finally sort of made a friendship was where we sat at the same table at the Screen Nation Awards, and that sort of like sealed the deal, because from there we found out, oh, you was in Grange Hill? You was here, and then that's when we really formed a bond from there, and been friends ever since, you know, so yeah, I'm grateful for that, man.
Amma, just want to say a big congratulations for this award. Thank you for being you, creating this space for Black, female, British filmmakers to shine. Thank you for just creating amazing work and really pushing the bar up in filmmaking, and hope we continue seeing more of your amazing presence on the screen.
Amma, you have paved the way. You've been an inspiration to me even when I was living in Toronto and moving into London, and I absolutely love the work that you do, and I cannot wait to see more of your work and to see you at BUFF 2018.
No guy around here wants a girl who doesn't know what she's doing.
What are you doing here? You're looking for a slap, yeah?
You don't know what's good for that child and what's not.
Rebecca is the only thing in this world that I give a shit about. And the only thing in this world that gives a shit about me.
'Cause every day is just the same.
You act like stray dogs. What's wrong with you?
That's a shooting star, that is. God's teardrop, my mum used to say.
My arse, that is. Do you order a fridge, madam?
Oh my God! Bloody hell, it's still got food in it.
We aim to please.
Take her, please.
Rebecca! I'm really not sure how you can live this way.
And I'm in 5 words.
Hey man, I can't give you that right. I can't give you that. I'll tell you what, wait there. It's hard every time. I can never think, because then you start getting to your vocab and your thesaurus, and you're like, what? What rhymes with? I can give it to you, then I gotta just write it down, and then
Keep it rolling.
you see if it's. Oh, these are gonna be outtakes. Nah. I just gotta go. I know. Do you know what it is? I should know. I'm gonna go. I'll be ready next time. I'll be ready next time. Amazing pioneer. She's just great, innit? She's a great person, innit? That's it, man. I don't know, bro. I'm out, man. Yeah, you got me. You got the best bits. No, thank you, man. Let me come out of these lights.
So, ladies and gentlemen, to receive the 2018 British Urban Film Festival Honorary Award, please be upstanding as I welcome with joy onto this stage Miss Amma Asante. So first and foremost, excuse me, I'll cough my way through this, but first and foremost, congratulations to all of the winners and the nominees. I want to thank you, Buff, but also kudos to you for making this festival and these awards possible, for taking matters into your own hands and ensuring that burgeoning and beautiful talent has a platform so that audiences can experience it. I really feel honoured, but also very privileged to receive this award. It is great encouragement to me. I tweeted yesterday that receiving such an award was very special because any kind of recognition for a person who all at once hits the intersection of being black and female and British and a filmmaker, well, that's very special. But what I also wanted to say is that it's also very rare. Just give me 1 second. But what I also wanted to say is that the recognition alongside our peers can also be very rare. Despite 4 movies under my belt, 1 due out later in the year, the struggle is real when it comes to allowing the space for women of colour to make movies, to find financing, and to find our contributions being offered recognition. So I also want to say this, just look at the figures, because I say it all the time, they do not lie. We do not have the space yet. Yet, I want to say that receiving this award is at least proof, part proof, that it is possible at the end of the day. I feel that having done 4 films, I'm still at the beginning of my career. And one of the reasons why I feel this is because we know that those who have previously had the privilege to be making films traditionally would have been considered at the beginning of their careers if they had made only 2, 3, 4 films. And I know that as we begin our filmmaking careers, when we're making our first short or our first feature, we're so completely tunnel visioned that it's difficult to think past post-production, let alone a career. And yet, in order for us to be able to call ourselves directors with careers, we have to have sustainable, viable careers. We have to have sustainable, viable work that goes on beyond more than 1 film, beyond 2 films, beyond 3 films, beyond 4 films. So my hope and my wish in receiving this award is that in the years to come, BUFF will have a plethora of talent that it can look at in order to honour and celebrate, not just through 4 films, which is still the beginning of a career, but 7, 8, 9, 10, just like those people who have been given the privilege before us and whose work stands alongside ours. I'm really sorry that I've been a little bit broken up in terms of my speeches because I'm so ill this evening, but I wanted to be here tonight.
to say thank you to all of you, to say thank you to BUFF, and just to say how honoured I am and how encouraging this is for me to keep going, so that eventually I can also make that 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th movie. And I look forward to you all being there alongside me. There's room for all of us, and we have to make it so that there isn't just one, that there are many of us going through. So thank you.
Please give the biggest round of applause to Mr. Teddy No!
It is the 2024 British Urban Film Festival Awards. Welcome to the buffest night of the year, Hannah Griffin!
Frederick Yaboa.
I don't know what to say, to be honest.
I want to say a special thank you to BUFF as well, how much you have given and committed to the culture, to the industry.
Thank you, BUFF Film Festival, and thank you to my family. And that's it. 1 minute over. Thank you.
Давай пограємо в іншу гру. Хто перший спакує свої речі? Вашу машину тільки що підірвали!
Двоє підерів ідуть у бік вашого бункера з півночі.
Ви нам відправили когось? Стріляв коли-небудь? Да. А в людину? Їх тут дохера. Їх тут дохера, що мені робити?
From the home of urban film coverage in the UK, BUFF presents an unmissable lineup of film programming, online, on air, and in person. Coming soon.
One more time for rock, paper, scissors, everyone. Right, joining me on stage is that little boy playing rock, paper, scissors. Mr. Milosh Luchanko, ladies and gentlemen. Come and join me. Right, let's get this out of the way. Hello.
Hello everyone, thank you for coming.
So how old were you when you shot that film?
I was 13, yeah. And first of all, I wanted to thank Roland Pickstock and his entire family because he saved my family's life, and became our friends and our family. And if he didn't do that, I wouldn't be standing here today. So please, can you give me a round of applause for him? Thank you.
So what was it like to work with Franz and Hader?
I got really lucky to work with them. It was incredible working with Franz. He's just incredible. And working side by side with Alexander Radinsky and watching him and learning from him, it was just great. Yeah, I enjoyed it really much, yeah.
Well, we've got a little VT, and Franz and Hader asked them the same question. What was it like working with you? And here's what they said.
Now, they say in film, as you know, that you should never work with children and animals. So, to that respect, what was it like working with Milosh?
Well, I have to say, you're absolutely right. A lot of people are saying that. I have to say, collaborating with Milosh never felt like collaborating with a child at all. I think he's more mature than I am. Certainly more mature than Hader. No, but yeah. I mean, working with him and his family was a real honor. And he's an insane acting talent, and I'm excited to see what he does next. And seeing him and Alexander working together was a moment of pure joy.
Yeah, and just to add to that as well, I think the tone on from all of the cast and the crew, I think because there was such a huge amount of respect for the story that we're trying to tell, I think it was hugely collaborative. So there wasn't really any like friction points working with Milosh or any of the other. There was a couple of other children on the shoot as well, and just generally all of the cast. I think because of the weight of the story that we were trying to tell, I think everybody came to the set, to the film, to the production, just with like in an inspiring way, like ready to go and to give their best that they can do.
And if I can ask you, Double H, in terms of submitting the film to BUFF, talk to us about that process. From submission to then selection to then screening to now this moment where it's been nominated for a BAFTA?
Well, BUFF was really important to us for our entire journey, as it was our British premiere. So it was, and being, whilst the film is entirely in Ukrainian with a part of it in Russian, it was made as part of the graduation film for the NFTS, the National Film and Television School. So it's fundamentally a British film. So being able to have our premiere with BUFF marked the start of our journey within the UK and for all the other festivals that we had going ahead. So I think when we were looking at the submission process, BUFF was important. Me and Franz worked quite closely with the NFTS and with each other for selecting the festivals that we want to submit to. And BUFF really stood out to us, I think, just from seeing the previous year's submissions and films that were playing there before, and also with the status as the BAFTA qualifying film, evidently was super important to our journey now that the film has been nominated for Best Live Action Short Film at this year's BAFTAs.
You are. So what was it like hearing Franz and Hader saying how talented you are?
I'm shocked. But Hader, he's just great. He's so friendly and he was helping me out a lot. And I would like to round of applause for Hader and Franz and everyone part of my team. Come on, guys. Yeah, thank you. And I would like you to give a round of applause.
Shall I just walk off? You can just present the rest of the show, because you're doing a great job, you know.
If you want to.
Yeah, go on.
I'm joking, come.
No, go on. Okay.
And I would like you to give a round of applause for Olga. She's right there. Come on, guys. And a big round of applause for my little brother Miroslav. He was voiceover in this film, the little kid. And if you can hear me, Miroslav, well done.
Excellent. So can you actually put into words what it would mean for this film to win a BAFTA. Was it something on everyone's minds when you were making it, or was it just important to just get the story told?
Getting into the BAFTA is already a big thing, but the night is still young, so keeping our fingers crossed about rock, paper, scissors. And yeah, it's really a big thing to get into BAFTA, and everyone wanted to get into the BAFTA, and I'm really proud of my team and everyone, and yeah.
And what drink are you going to have afterwards?
My parents are there, so.
Okay, we'll talk about it after. Milosh, everyone, thank you. Right. Oh.
And I would like to thank Emmanuel and for making this thing, this party, and let's make this party memorable. Thank you.
Can we get another check in the post? That's brilliant. Right, it is 2 minutes to 7 o'clock, which means we're going to be handing over to BBC One for the BAFTA broadcast. Now, on your chairs, you'll have some scorecards, which is basically the running order for the awards that will be presented in sequence, unless something changes last minute. The awards will be presented in sequence on your scorecards. Now, you can play along and select your favorites. You'll see that British short film comes right towards the end, which means, as far as the broadcast is concerned, that'll be coming on at 5 to 9. Okay, but also join in the conversation online on social media. On Instagram, we're at BU Film Fest. On X, we're at BU Film Festival. Hashtags BUFF BAFTA Watch Party, BuffXX, BUFF 2025, and British Urban Film Festival. Right, you've got about 2 or 3 minutes left to get a drink, get a snack, and buckle in for the next 2 hours as we watch the 2025 BAFTAs on BBC One.
many times you get dressed up in like a gown and hair and makeup and feel like you're in some kind of Hollywood movie.
Remember, go for a wee, everyone, because it's a long night.
My favourite is Kneecap. It's just the coolest film ever.
Well, not often do you get to get on a plane, go overseas, and wear a Burberry suit and get celebrated.
Absolutely, I'm freezing, but so excited to be here.
Amelia Perez is pretty amazing.
And then I heard who else was nominated, and it just made it even more exciting because I was like, oh wow.
I've never been to this award show before. I'm excited to see what it's like.
Take That are playing, which is great.
We've got lasers, and I've been told it's the first time the Royal Festival Hall has ever had lasers. Check that out, wow.
You all right, babe?
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about tonight. Just presenting this in front of a room full of all my acting heroes.
Well, you don't need to worry about that. You need to be more worried about the filmmakers and the producers and the casting directors and what they're going to think if you mess it up.
And here was me thinking you popped by just to wish me luck.
It's just that last year you had the dog, and this year it's just you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, you know what they say? Third time lucky.
This is my second time hosting.
Oh. Well, you know, film awards aren't really my thing, so I'm just here for the goodie bag.
Okay.
Have fun.
See you, babe. I really need the gods of BAFTA to help me now.
David!
Oh, Dame Helen, Your Majesty. Why are you in my mirror?
Well...
2025! Yes, as it's the year of sequels, Inside Out 2, Gladiator 2, Moana 2, I Am Back 2. It's BAFTA 2. We are joined by the brightest, biggest stars in the world of cinema ever. Wonderful to see. Right. Fresh-faced, bright eyes. And you've all had a couple of shots of the substance. Pretty film of substance, isn't it? Offering a scenario where you could be replaced by a younger, sexier version of yourself. I may not be that. I was Doctor Who, I told you to shoot a gap. Come on, it's fair to say, there might be some people in this room who've had a little freshening. I'll admit, I've taken the substance. There's a guy in the floor of my dressing room who looks like Nosferatu. But tonight we honour the very finest actors, writers and directors in film. I'm thrilled to see the utter commitment to brand new talent at BAFTA are showing tonight. We looked at the nomination. So many awards could be won by a complete unknown. A complete unknown. And what an achievement that film is. Featuring classic Dylan hit after classic Dylan hit. It's like Mamma Mia from Midway's Dads. Let's also have some appreciation for this year's magnificent sequel to June, which I naively thought, I naively thought it was called July. It's worth thinking about. Both movies starring, of course, the wonderful Timothy Chalamet. One of the most exciting and versatile actors in film in the last couple of years. He's transformed from Willy Wonka to a rebel leader in June and now to Bob Dylan. As Dylan himself once famously said, the Tims, they are changing. We have to mention Nora, the tale of a young woman, yes. The tale of a young woman falling in love with the son of a Russian oligarch. People even meet someone like that. Through Tinder. And what an outstanding film Conclave was. The 100 machinating schemers trying to decide between a conservative or progressive candidate, diversity or tradition. It's like looking at it's James Bond. But it was the year the film confounded our expectations. I sat down to watch gritty, narco thriller Emilia Perez. It was an American musical. Yeah. Sing, hardly a song in it. But there were plenty of songs in Wicked. Orange was led to a debate about audiences singing along during movies in the cinema. Personally, I couldn't stop myself belting out Defying Gravity at the top of my lungs, which particularly went well with other people watching The Brutalist.
I feel quite moved sitting here.
Let's make some noise for the sublime The
I'm
Brutalist.
thinking about the story of people, particularly Ukrainians.
A film about incredible architecture. I think it's the boldest architecture in film this year, apart from Donald Trump's hair in The Apprentice. Talking of villains. We've had many this year, not just Nosferatu, Hugh Grant's Imperative. And most chilling of all, Feathers McGraw. And what's it one brilliant thing that was screening in cinemas for inspiration? Who doesn't have a chance to go for a wee halfway through? We consider it tonight, but no. The only chance to leave your seat is if you win. So fingers and legs crossed. And if you do win, please keep your speed last year, so much truly great cinema has been on all our screens. The combination of thousands of pages of scripts, decades of nurturing and planning, as well as long hours, days, weeks working hard on set. Possible to begin to encapsulate it all. But it's an award show, so we're going to try. Here's all our hard work, squashed into 1 minute and 45 seconds. Here, door, tree. Standard. Oh, damn!
Three carrots.
Tonight's first BAFTA is for special visual effects. Thrill to say that two historical contest to reveal the winner, and the decision, I'm sure, will be made without corrupt carpenters. Bestowing the first BAFTA of the night is a big deal, so it's only right that our first two presenters are also a big deal. Big one, in fact. From the film blessed with 12 BAFTA nominations, please welcome the devilishly rude Rafe Fiennes and Isabella Mussolini!
Nominees along with the BAFTA for special visual effects.
After much deliberation, white plumes are billowing from the chimney at the BAFTA headquarters, which means a decision has been reached.
But before we reveal the decision, we'd like to take a look at the nominees.
Thank you to BAFTA for this amazing honour. First and foremost, I want to thank my wife and Max for being on this incredible journey. Every step of the way. And thank you to all the HODs and artists around the world. And of course, I'm deeply grateful to our visionary director, Geneva Love. For his unparalleled leadership and to legendary statement from all the brothers' pictures for their unwavering support.
Leider wenig, I've prepped nothing, but Dankeschön, wunderbar, very lovely.
Since that first award went down so well, let's do the film business does best in Russia to secret. The next award is brand new for 2025, Children's and Family Film. It's a chance to honour those wonderfully inventive films which will feed kids' imaginations and bring generations together. To present it, we have a multi-award-winning singer-songwriter who's also an actress, as well as being a fashionista and a social advocate. Even for a multi-hyphenate, that is a lot of hyphens. Please welcome the enchanting Camila Cabello!
To make a successful film in any genre is hard. But to make a successful film for children and families is even harder because, let me tell you, kids can be the harshest critics of all. The 4 films in the running for this award have impressed the jury, and more importantly, impressed the kids. Let's take a look at the nominees.
Oh, so that's your plan. You get away and everyone thinks finally you can better who stole it. Why, that's vengeance. Most foul.
Crossley's in print on the first thing they say. Yours is mother now. I do not have the programming to be a mother. No one does. Just make it happen. And the BAFTA goes to Wallace and Gromit.
Thank you, BAFTA. It's an honour to be nominated and to be given this in the inaugural Family Award. I'm going to hand you over to you.
Just a quick one. Glasses on tonight. Red out my glasses. Yeah, just to say this very quickly, it was such a wonderful privilege to be working at Ardman every day with such obscenely talented artists and craftspeople, so passionate about creativity. I'm so lucky to have our fabulous cast. Just want to quick mention to Ben Whitehead, who's filmed Massive Shoes. Peter Felix. And all the other cast were wonderful too. Our amazing animators, model makers, lighting, cameras, sound design, set design, screenwriting, Vicky, the producer. And thank you, BBC, Charlotte on the Suit, BBC, Aaron and Hannah at Netflix, all the hard work. Thank you, team. Thank you, BAFTA. Thank you very much.
We now move on to outstanding debut by a British writer, director or producer awarded in honour of Carl Foreman. This award recognising those prodigies who are brimming with potential, talent and boundless energy. And the rest of us are all just fine with all that. To present the award, we're very lucky to have two of the stars, the much celebrated Emilia Perez. And by lucky, I mean lucky to find a category they can present but not already nominated today. Please welcome the sensational Zoe Saldana and Selena Gomez.
We're honored to be presenting the BAFTA for Outstanding Debut by a British writer, director, or producer tonight. To be nominated in this category, you need to be three things. Pay close attention because you won't guess what they are.
You need to be A, a writer, director, or producer. B, making your debut in film. And C, British.
So this award, to use a British phrase I recently learned and will give you now, does exactly what it says on the tin.
Let's take a look at the nominees.
हमें बस ये पता करना है कि हमें क्या चाहिए और समझौता करके मुंह बंद करना है बस चलो Sorry, Bangla, that's the next one is switch off on this community.
Do you look at
No, can't have a photo because he is. It's not one, eh? Mama really wanted to about 10 o'clock at school, especially not to be bullied by children's corners who do not seem to understand how talented, unique and stupendous my daughter truly is.
I don't even see us. I'm messed up here. That's all I've got. So what are you gonna do about this monkey man?
Oh, sorry. Kneecap, Rich.
Awful time to get pins and needles in your leg. Really bad time. Wow, I'm absolutely honoured to be standing here. 15 years ago, today I actually met my wife, and a decade later, she convinced me to move to Belfast. Within 2 weeks of moving to Belfast, I met Kneecap, and now I'm standing here. And it's weird how life works like that. Kneecap are, it's more than film, it's a movement, and it's about how everyone should have their language respected, which
to have their culture respected and to have their homeland respected. And so this award is dedicated to everyone who's out there fighting that fight. Thank you very much.
Some recipients will say there are no original ideas in Hollywood. What a lot of rubbish! As the film is nominated for Original Screenplay Go to Prove. To present the award, please welcome an actress who we know is crazy talented, but this year has really gone wild as the voice of Rose in The Wild Robot. Please welcome Lupita Nyong'o!
In The Wild Robot, Roz learns a lot about what it means to be alive. And a lot of those lessons are extremely valuable to screenwriters too. Lessons like connecting with the world around you and adapting to it, understanding the emotions and behaviors of others, identifying your purpose so that you can make strong choices, picking the right time to reactivate your long-range transponder. A screenwriter needs all of these skills, apart from the transponder thing. The nominees for Original Screenplay are
I can speak Russian. I just prefer not to, but you can go ahead and speak Russian.
You know, she's got this like deep sadness behind her eyes. Hey, you notice that? During introductions? No. I think we should check on Benjamin if he wants to be alone. No one wants to be alone, Dave. Okay, let's check out.
Foreign affairs.
Well, perhaps you can husband some less selfish than choose.
Haven't you told them anything about him?
That's how long have you been here now? 4, 5 years? I have no excuse anymore.
You've heard of the generational trauma, right? Right. Our history has become our reality. It's like a trauma our ancestors suffered.
Has it sorted itself in taxi?
It has sorted itself.
You do know that we're not exactly following the same direction. And you have to admit it was a bit old-fashioned. Jurassic Fitness, really. Jurassic Fitness. It needed a change.
And the BAFTA goes to A Real Pain.
Okay, I didn't write anything because I didn't think I'd win, and I do want to share this with my wife, who didn't come because she didn't think I'd win. I think the person who sat me didn't think I'd win. Anyway, no, I want to share this with my wife because I'm not a stupid person, but I'm an idiot, and you know, when we first started dating, she dragged me to Venezuela, backpacked through Venezuela, and since then, over the last 20-some years, she's dragged me around the world reluctantly, and it's the way I got to know about the world, which is what this movie's about. And you know, she also, through strict Marxist Leninist principles, taught me that my grief is unexceptional compared to the rest of the world, which is the other thing this movie is about. So, and you put every worthwhile thought into my head over the last 20 years, and I love it so much.
Tonight's next category gives thousands of smart bookworms the chance to tell everyone in earshot, I read that book before it was a movie. That's right, it's adapted screenplay. And to present it, we have a Brit whose cultural imprint is known the world over, a maverick, creative talent who first emerged in Bristol. No, it's not actually. Although maybe he is, and he's just created a very convincing but elaborate cover story that he's a comedian, screenwriter and director. You know what? I think that actually likes it. It's Stephen Merchant.
I'm not Maxi, although a lot of these paintings aren't very high up, so I'll leave you to decide. The award for adapted screenplay celebrates the very best writers who've taken an existing story and transformed it into something new. Of course, nowadays Hollywood will adapt absolutely anything: comic books, video games. They've done toys with Barbie and Transformers. I just auditioned for Buckaroo. I wanted the role of the donkey, but it went to Glenn Powell. Because apparently he has to be American. But as someone who loves screen entertainment, I think it's so sad the industry is constantly recycling old ideas. And I was saying this only the other day to the producer of the Hungarian Office. I said, Zoltan, where's my bloody chair, mate? I need to buy the rights to Boggle. Jimmy Dench's son got to play the end timer. Anyway, here are the nominees for Best Adapted Screenplay.
This report, it isn't Tremblay's reputation it's the truth. Accusing the curator of institutional corruption. I thought we were here to serve God, not the curator. Don't be naive.
You can't go around, you have to go through it. And you get up and says, that's cool. Yeah, I'll tell him. Isn't it way out? Yeah, really.
Changing the world changes society. Changing society changes the soul. Changing the soul changes society. Changing society changes it all.
Once I played an angel, except I wasn't here on TV. That was when I was 3 years old. Not having to be all my life.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
You never talk about your family, your past, besides the car.
People need to their past, Sylvie. They remember what they want, they forget the rest.
I tell you everything. My folks, my sister, the street I grew up on.
Yeah, I never asked you about anything. Don't you think that stuff defines you?
Where I come from?
And the BAFTA goes to Conclave, Peter Straw.
Thank you so much, Master. An honor to stand alongside my fellow nominees. Thank you to Focus Features, Indian Paintbrush, Film Nation and Black Bear for all their brilliant support. Thank you to our great crew in Rome, and our producers, Mike, Alice, Robin, the team who are here tonight, and our amazing cast, led by Rafe and Isabella, John and Stanley. I've got 3 special thank yous, and then I'll go. Special thank you to Robert Harris for his beautiful book and for letting us turn it into Mean Girls. Thank you to our producer, Tessa Ross, for believing in a story about some old men locked in a room could work. And lastly, to our great director, Edward Berger. Thank you, Shane. Thank you so much.
Time now to crown the winner of animated film. Animation offers filmmakers the freedom to do things the rest of us could only dream of, like breaking for lunch after shooting only 5 frames. Us live-action folk, we have to work for 7, 8, sometimes even 9 minutes straight without a break. That is a lot. To present the BAFTA, please welcome 2 actors who are known throughout the film industry for being a real pain I'm so sorry, for being in a real pain. It's Jesse Eisenberg and Will Sharp.
We've been asked to present the BAFTA for animated film, which is a little hurtful because we didn't get nominated.
A lot of people don't realize this, but Jesse actually shot a real pain using stop-motion animation. He'd take a shot, then he'd adjust our poses a tiny amount, and so on until the film was finished.
That's right. It took 8 years of my life, and it nearly killed me. Kieran Culkin is really not easy to animate.
Yes, and he also kept asking, what is the point of this?
Yeah. But obviously, BAFTA thought there were more deserving candidates in this category.
Here are the nominees for animated film.
You do not belong here. This is a wilderness.
And I am a wild robot.
The more gnomes, the merrier. Right, Ronnie?
The more gnomes, the merrier. Yes, Mr. Wallace.
What could possibly go wrong?
Joy, if we can't follow the stream, we don't know where we're going. And if we don't know where we're going, we can't follow the stream. It is an endless loop of tragedy and consequence.
Or we could just ask those guys.
Oh, yeah, or that.
And the BAFTA goes to...
Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul.
Hello again. I didn't actually write a second speech, but yeah, I was going to say, yes. Well, the main thing was that people think that people often say that as animators you must need a lot of patience, and it is very true. But the people who really have patience are our loved ones. So I just want to, throughout the whole shoot, it takes 18 months. So thanks for all that. I want to mention my wife Mags and my stepson Joe. You want to also mention Mitch?
Yeah, she's great.
And Beefy as well. Lots of patience from the producer. Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Right, now time for a very special performance. Sean Baker's sensational film Anora has been critically acclaimed all over the world. It was no surprise it garnered an incredible 7 BAFTA nominations tonight. That number could have been 8 if there was a BAFTA awarded for best use of a Take That song in a feature film. Because the lads lend a thumping soundtrack to an already excellent film. I am delighted to say, people, they are with us tonight. Here to sing their classic song, Greatest Day, please welcome British musical royalty, it's Take That! I'll take that from Take That. Come on, what a dazzling performance that was. I'll tell you what else is dazzling. Look, they've let me free amongst the beautiful people. Look, hi Adrian, how are you? Looking lovely. Who else have we got? Oh, look, it's Saoirse Ronan and Jack Lowden, everybody. Are you Take That fans?
Yeah.
You can't really say anything else, they're still listening.
I've seen them twice. I've seen you twice.
Who's your favourite?
Gary.
There you go, Gary. You got a fan. Oh, but look, here's someone else who deserves a very special mention. We're very privileged tonight to be joined by the runner-up in New York's recent Timothée Chalamet lookalike competition. Welcome to the BAFTAs, young man. I can see it. There's a definite likeness, isn't there? How long are you in London?
3 days.
You got to work on the voice. Not quite got the voice yet. But look, lovely attention to detail. You're with a Kylie Jenner lookalike. Well done. Well done, team. Excellent work. Now, on to our next award for supporting actor. To present it, please welcome a BAFTA-winning Brit, who you'll see later this year in the Fantastic Four, playing Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, and a box office-busting actor who's set to star in the upcoming comedy Deep Cover. So he's undercover, she's invisible. I mean, they could already be on stage. No, it's all right, they're waiting in the wings. Here they are, the brilliant Vanessa Kirby and Orlando Bloom.
When actors share the creative vision of a film, they work together to make each other shine, they can elevate that film to a whole new level.
Or put it in another way, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Not my words, that's the words of Aristotle, actually.
Oh, is that who you were just Googling backstage, frantically?
Yeah, it might have been, but, you know, what were we saying about working together
Oh, sorry,
and
no,
shining?
working together, yes.
Right.
So we are about to announce the nominees for...
Best supporting actor.
Because you're too crazy. I mean, crazy too. But I can say, you're too crazy too. It's not funny, yeah?
It is beautiful. Exactly as you described. My slings and arrows on the inside. And all this make-believe, acting, and college degrees, it don't really change the fact I'm a gangster.
I offered to play a song for the judge up there, but he didn't want to hear it. But I feel like singing it, so I'm going to sing it for you. You know the words. This land is your land. This land is my land.
Listen, the matrimonial game is a zero-sum game. Trust me, I almost married Barbara Walters and then I wised up. Right. You're gonna need protection.
I've only said real things. It's real? Then how come I haven't met anyone that's actually Polish? I haven't had any interaction with somebody who's like from here. You know what I mean? We've just been going from one touristy thing to another touristy thing to...
Yeah, no, but that sort of is what a tour is, though, isn't it?
And the BAFTA goes to...
Kieran Culkin.
Kieran can't be here tonight, so we have Jesse Eisenberg accepting.
Hi, thanks again. I know I just won an award, but this is also like the 5th award I've accepted on Kieran's behalf, so it confirms what I always thought, is that we have a similar life, but his is about 27% better than mine. Kieran would love to be here. We spoke this morning. He's in New York with the family member who's quite sick, and he is so devoted as a family dad that he tried to drop out of my movie 2 weeks before we started shooting because he didn't want to leave his kids. It's real, it's beautiful, and it's admirable. His devotion to his family, he is one of these lovely people who's brilliantly talented, but who, for some random luck of the cosmos, has his priorities in order. So I'm so honored to accept this for him. Thanks.
So that's the BAFTA for supporting actor given out. Which award should we go to next? 2 on the nose to go to supporting actress? No, come on, let's give the audience what they want. To present it, we are honoured to have 2 actors who have delivered breathtaking performances in 2 of this year's outstanding films. From Sing Sing, it's Coleman Domingo, and from A Different Man, it's Adam Pearson.
Hello, BAFTA. It's an honor to be here in London for tonight's ceremony.
And Coleman, as a Londoner, we are delighted to have you here. Let me apologise for the weather, the weird plug sockets, and the warm beer.
Thank you, Adam, and please, there's no need to apologize. But you know what? I've noticed that you Brits love to apologize.
We do. Sorry about apologising.
Adam, you just did it again. You really want to apologize right now, don't you?
Oh, so badly. But I won't. We've kept the nominees waiting long enough. Sorry about that.
The nominees for supporting actress are
Although we sisters are supposed to be invisible, God has nevertheless given us eyes and ears. I know what prompted the dean of the college to enter the Holy Father's rooms.
Last night I met God. Granted me permission to call him by his name. It is not the first time we have met.
Por favor, yo no quiero esto, no tengo nada que hacer aquí. Why can't we go to my sisters in the States?
Te lo ruego.
¿Y cuánto tiempo va a durar?
No sé.
Esme Rodriguez is 83. She is still cocktailing.
Oh my God, she's 83?
83. I know because I was invited to the party. I didn't go. I don't like soft foods.
Well, actually...
And the BAFTA goes to
Zoe Saldana, Amelia Perez. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Have your moment.
Okay, I was told not to cry by my children, so I'm gonna try. This is so validating and a true honor, because the very few times that I went for a part with a British accent, the dialect coach was like, this is not gonna happen for you. And even though I do love a British accent, I have a lot of British friends, I always find myself just repeating their phrases like gather and of course, and and I know that I'm a pain in the arse. But luckily, I'm still friends with most of them, right, Kate? BAFTA, thank you, thank you. This was a creative challenge of a lifetime. How do you begin to even approach a film that just defies categorization? And you start by taking the lead with Jacques Audiard. So thank you so very much. I want to thank my wonderful cast, Carla, Selena, Edgar, Adriana, and the crew who just poured their hearts into this film. In particular, Virginie, Damien, Camille, Clément, Juliette, Pierre-Marie, Carolina, Gabriela, Lulu, thank you so much. And I want to give a special shout out to my makeup artist and my closest confidant, Vera Steinberg. You are of the highest class of insanity, integrity, and unconditional love for your craft, and I just love you, Boluda, I love you. And I want to thank my mom for being such a selfless person. Thanks to you, I am able to do whatever I want, and this is insane that I'm doing this. My husband, you are God's favorite, and I hate it, but you're so beautiful. Thank you for my children, Sai, Bowie, and Zen. Thank you. Films are supposed to change hearts and just challenge minds, and I hope that Emilia Perez did something like this. Please, okay, because voices need to be heard, just not my English accent. Bye, guys.
We now come to an award given in honour of Michael Balkan, the outstanding British contribution to cinema. To present it is a British actor, comedian and writer who goes by many names: Sean, Tim, Benji, Scotty. But tonight, he's plain old Simon from Gloucestershire, star of the upcoming blockbuster Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. His next mission, should he choose to accept it, is handing out a BAFTA. Please welcome the brilliant Simon Pegg.
BAFTA, that shining beacon of excellence on the British cinematic landscape. And as I stand here before you now, my 5th time as a presenter at these illustrious awards, it's almost as though I can hear Lady BAFTA whispering to me, saying, Simon, when are you actually going to win one of these frickin' things? Because you keep showing up, you know? But show up I do. Because I am proud to be a member of BAFTA, and I don't get out much. And there is nothing I enjoy more than putting on a snazzy suit and sitting down and having a nice chicken parmesan with all the winners and the nominees, a group of people for whom I have the utmost and sincere resentment. This year's BAFTA for Outstanding British Contribution to Cinema goes not to a person, but to an organisation, a charity which has come to embody the notion of making the impossible possible. Through tireless fundraising and their work with the very best audio-visual technicians, they have brought the theatrical experience to those who perhaps need it the most. Building state-of-the-art screening rooms in hospitals and rehabilitation centres up and down the country, they have gifted those who cannot get to their local multiplexes with a magical escape from the challenges they face in their daily life. Let's take a look at some of their work.
Light. When the way ahead seems uncertain, when we feel close to the edge, when life gets dark, we all need it. Light. Since 1999, Medicinema has shone a transformative ray of joy into the lives of thousands of people.
It changes the way you perceive things and trying to think more positively about situations. You can get through this and you're not alone.
They design, build, and run state-of-the-art cinemas in hospitals across the UK.
It's a proper cinema. We show all the latest films, but we've got space at the back for patients in wheelchairs, and then we've got a big space for patients in their beds as well.
We screen for inpatients, outpatients, staff, and basically provide a therapeutic experience using film as a way to do that.
Last year, more than 17,000 patients and loved ones visited a Medicinema across 1,200 screenings.
I was having very intensive chemotherapy. Just couldn't see an end to it. Everything just felt very dark. Coming down to see a film 3 times a week was like a lifeline.
My son, Misha, had a heart transplant when he was only 3 months old. Misha could get very depressed, always in that one cubicle. To get out of the cubicle for, let's say, an hour or two, it's like a gift.
Medicinema bring the healing power of film to those who need it the most.
There's a lot of family who come in the hospital. They have no one to talk to. They feel lost, and when they come in, you feel like someone cares. It gives you a sense of hope as well. It's beautiful.
As an ambassador for this charity, it fills me with enormous pride and delight to award the BAFTA Outstanding British Contribution to Cinema to Medicinema.
Thank you, BAFTA. This really is an incredible moment. For Medicinema to be given this award for the work we do is almost a most amazing honour. Speaking for all of us, our teams in hospitals around the country, our wonderful nurses, our brilliant volunteers, and our many partners in the NHS. The Academy's recognition, and with it the opportunity to share our story today.
Right, you'll never guess what's just happened. I'll explain. So what you're watching now is a delayed broadcast of the BAFTAs. The reason why it's delayed is to cut out any swear words or anything untoward that might be happening. So my understanding is that the show is running half an hour behind schedule. So those that are in the room, the ceremony started half an hour ago. So that BT1 can cut out anything. But we've just heard that Rock, Paper, Scissors has won the BAFTA. So we were going to order Prosecco because we ran out quite early. So what we're going to do, now that we know what's going to happen, I need everyone in the room seated at 5 to 9. So you've got 50 minutes because it will go out on the BBC, Franz. I've told Franz to mention Buff, so hopefully Buff will be mentioned. Everyone get their glasses ready. And I want you all to post on Instagram, BU Film Fest. On X, we are BU Film Festival. The all-important hashtag is BUFF BAFTA Watch Party. So start preparing your tweets and posts now, because you're going to see Franz on screen holding. So we've got 50 minutes to get ready for the big moment. This is the reason why we did it tonight. And now it's all paid off. Right, back to the show, and then remember at 5 to 9, it's the big moment.
Fantastic job producing, but there's one man who truly deserves all the respect, all the thank yous from all of us. There's no way we would be up here without him. Our great director, Denis Villeneuve.
And the BAFTA for original score in honor of Anthony Asquith goes to Daniel Bloomberg, The Brutalist.
Thank you so much. All these incredible musicians who played on the score, like John Tilbury and Axel Dorner. Oh yeah, and John's wife, Janice, for making lunch every day.
And the BAFTA goes to Sean Baker, Samantha Quiet, and Nora.
To our ridiculously talented main cast, supporting cast, dancers, locals, first-timers, thank you for saying yes. Honor wouldn't be Honor without you.
And the BAFTA goes to
Nick Emerson.
To my love, Lucy, I'm so happy to share this journey with you. And to my darling boys, Sid and Bram, I love you to infinity and beyond. Thank you.
Now, for an award which is given each year in honour of Alexander Korda. It's for Outstanding British Film. Here to present it, please welcome two members of show business's hottest new club, the Thursday Murder Club. It's national treasure, Celia Emery, and soon to be starring in Mickey 17, it's Naomi Ackie.
All right, sorry. The award for Outstanding British Film celebrates the very best in filmmaking and also the very best of filmmakers from all over the planet.
The legendary Alexander Korda was the man behind three of my most favorite films, The Red Shoes, The Fallen Idol, and The Bells of St. Trinian's. All very different and original, and I think he would be delighted to see that the same can be said of these 10 brilliant nominated films.
You'll be second ahead. He bet you real, she's right tonight. But what's up, they five now? You want this for niceness or breast when you're paired? Yes.
If you want to defeat the despot,
isn't it complicated, although it's not a war?
It is a war. And you have to commit to a side.
Yeah. Take this. Be careful with that. It's my cash cow, yeah?
This happened! This really happened! Lee, this happened. These images will disturb people more than they've already been disturbed. People need to move on. Move on. Move on.
The gods delivered you to me. You will be my instrument.
I will never be your instrument in this life or the next.
Are you sure?
Oh, don't forget the edges. Strinner! Careful, lad.
Please.
Oh, you can pipe down and all standing there like an ostrich. Shut up. Don't tell me to shut up.
I am telling you to shut up.
You shut yourself up with a burger. You look like a piece of string.
And the BAFTA goes to Conclave.
So thank you so very much, BAFTA. This is a huge, huge honor, Best British Film. And I'm not even from here, so thank you so much. I feel so welcome in your midst. Thank you for opening your arms. I really want to thank the crew. We are just a small group of people here on the stage, but when the right ones come along, you really know they make all the difference. And this crew did. So thank you so much for your inspiration and for gifting all your ideas and your inspiration to the movie. You made it so much better than it ever could have been. Thank you. We live in a time of a crisis of democracy, and institutions are, that are usually used to bring us together, are used to pull us apart. And sometimes it's hard to keep the faith in that situation. But that's why we make movies, and that's why we really made this movie. So thank you so very much. To end with a quote from the great Leonard Cohen, there's a crack in everything, that's how the light gets in. Thank you so much, BAFTA.
What a bewildering array of brilliant nominees, and congratulations to Conclave. The British film industry is renowned around the world for its amazing talent pool. The challenge is to keep providing openings for new filmmakers and performers in a world where opportunity is still not available to all. So the good people at BAFTA are working towards a future in which everyone in the UK, regardless of their background, can grow up in the knowledge that a career in the screen arts is a realistic option for them. From early years schools outreach, through career Kickstarter programs to mid-career acceleration schemes, it's vital that we provide the opportunity that our society deserves. Because the payoff is undeniable. Better representation, richer storytelling, a culture that remains relevant for generations to come. To everyone here tonight who's helping BAFTA achieve this noble aim, we say thank you. Over this last year, we have sadly lost friends and colleagues from across the industry, people who've made incredible contributions and left an indelible mark for future generations of film fans to bear witness. Let's take a moment now to remember and reflect on those members of our film family sadly no longer with us. Here, with a very special rendition of As Time Goes By, it's Jeff Goldblum.
I am the Father.
Okay, I understand. I'll come back later on with a couple of sandwiches for you. Maybe you'll let me read something then.
I never allow personal despair to interfere with my professional commitments. I am a professional actress.
I'm gonna tell them my future plans. I'm gonna smile at them. I got it all covered.
Where to? Back about 10 years.
I always understood you, and you always understood me, and it was always just how it was, and that's it.
Kids? No, I didn't. And I didn't know Shakespeare or Chaucer either.
I know the difference between right and wrong.
That's good.
We set up a good breakfast here. Say that for Sylvia. She's not at all mean in that way. No, bought marmalade. Dear me, I call that very feeble.
Our special thanks to Jeff Goldblum for that moving and heartfelt performance. Now, this year is significant because it represents 20 years of the EE Rising Star Award. Not only does this award champion emerging on-screen talent, it's also the only award voted for by the public. Timothée Chalamet, Margot Robbie, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Emma Stone, Cillian Murphy, Jesse Eisenberg and Florence Pugh are just a few of the names who were only runners-up. They didn't even win it. That just goes to show you the caliber of Rising Star Award winners. They have not just risen, they have soared. Let's take a look back at some of the phenomenal talents who have previously taken home this award.
And the BAFTA is presented to James McAvoy,
Letitia Wright,
Daniel Kaluuya,
Will Poulter. Start with cliches, the surprise.
The EE Rising Star Award turns 20 this year. That's 2 decades of recognizing up-and-coming talent, inspirational voices, and 1 or 2 very surprised recipients.
Oh my gosh, okay, calm, collected.
I'm going to share this award with all the young dreamers who are determined, who are hardworking.
I want to encourage young people.
I am a product of arts funding within the United Kingdom.
And it's extra special because it's the only award chosen by you.
So I guess the people have spoken.
Thank you to the British public for voting and showing your support. Thank you.
Winners of this award have headlined blockbusters and our favourite franchises.
I have it all under control.
So I guess you're a man who has time to kill.
help to tell stories that capture our time.
And you can murder a freedom fighter, but you can't murder freedom!
Now is our opportunity to take him. What are you afraid of?
Well, that is very sweet of you to say.
Yeah, let her go, or I'm gonna call the feds right now and tell them everything you ever did. How's that sound, Dad?
My name's Tara. Nice to meet you. It's a huge honor to win the award for Rising Star. And it's the beginning of a very special journey. Here's to the next 20 years of celebrating fresh voices and emerging talent.
So, thank you very much and have a good night.
Good evening, everyone. As president of BAFTA, I'm delighted to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the Rising Star Award, which is presented in honour of casting director Mary Selway. What a 20 years and what a lineup of exceptional talent. Since 2006, this award has not only championed the industry's rising stars, but has helped to inspire the next generation of acting talent to pursue their dreams. The 5 incredibly talented people nominated tonight demonstrate a remarkable range of performances and have each captured the imagination of audiences over the last year. Judging by the international success of the previous nominees and winners of this award, I am certain we will be seeing much more of their work over the next 20 years and beyond. To announce this year's nominees, please welcome to the stage 2 previous winners of the EE Rising Star Award, both of whom are soon to make their directorial debuts, James McAvoy and Letitia Wright. Have a wonderful night.
I'd just like to say thank you to BAFTA for really hammering home the point that it has been 20 years since I first won this award. I couldn't feel any older, BAFTA, thank you.
I know, it seems like a lifetime ago since I won mine too, although it was just 6 years ago and I'm still looking pretty young.
Good for you, good for you. Even though it was, way back through the mists of time, I can honestly say that I remember it as one of the proudest moments of my life.
A very special moment. I remember watching it on TV.
You saw it?
My mom had me step in.
It's the end of that conversation.
And the nominees are...
I shared my playlist with him, and he was very rude and dismissive.
Let's go, come on.
No, I'm eating my food.
That's why you have Tupperware, keep things fresh.
You eating?
Jesus.
Smart. Say the words on the page. It's not that hard.
As a flag. Remember? Go on the bottom floor of the station. Below our features of vacuum of space, you shoot that creature. You see guaranteed instant decompression.
Coach, if I win, having one leg will be the most important thing. I'm running out of time to be someone.
Here we go. The award goes to...
David Johnson.
Wow. Thank you, God. Thank you, my wonderful team. Olivia, Ellie, Zach, Maha, Celestine. Thank you, the directors that have taken a chance on me and the casting directors that have taken a chance on me. Thank you, my family. our loved ones, you know who you are. Look, I've got to be honest, this isn't why I do it, you know what I mean? I'm just an East London boy who, by way of reflection, didn't really see a space for me in this industry. But this award is about the people. And as long as we keep telling stories about people, I think there'll be a space for me and for people like me and you and everyone watching at home. So, I'd like to dedicate this to the people, the dreamers, the grafters, and the people just trying to do it a little bit different. Look, star, I don't know, but rising, I guess. Thank you, guys.
The next award is for director and is in honour of David Lean. To present it is an outrageously gifted woman. She's an actor, a singer, a writer. You could say she's a triple threat. She's also made her directorial debut with the crime thriller Woman of the Hour. She's a quadruple threat. And she's about to announce some nominees. She's a presenter too. She's a quintuple threat. Please welcome the magnificent, multi-talented Anna Kendrick.
We all have huge respect for directors. It's one of the most exhilarating and exhausting jobs in the world. It's juggling a million decisions, answering endless questions, and somehow still making sure that the story shines through. These 6 perfect directors have made 6 perfect films. But what's even more perfect is look what happens if I put them in alphabetical order. A, Honora, B, Brutalist, C, Conclave, D, Dune 2, E, Emilia Perez, and finally F, The Substance. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Here are the nominees.
Cuando hablamos de violencia.
Your home is beautiful.
My home is okay, girl. Sparkling.
Thank you.
The welfare of the sister is my responsibility.
And this conclave is mine.
I am Paul Muad'Dib Atreides, Duke of Arrakis!
And the BAFTA goes to Brady Corbett.
I'm humbled and I'm very grateful to be in a category with not just my fellow nominees in this particular ceremony, but to all of the filmmakers this year, like Ali and James and, you know, best director. I mean, there's no such thing as best. I mean, I'm in a category to be Villeneuve, for Christ's sakes. It's like a joke. But I'm very grateful all the same to my cast, my crew, my family. Thank you for, you know, dealing with me for the last 7 or 8 years. That's all. Thanks.
And now for something a little bit different. It's time to present the prestigious BAFTA Fellowship. Now, those who are awarded it become part of an extremely exclusive club. And even within that club, they're in a little specially roped-off VIP section at the back. Just listen to some of these previous recipients. Laurence Olivier, Judi Dench, Sidney Poitier, Maggie Smith, Mike Leigh, Martin Scorsese, most recently, Samantha Morton. Here to tell us a little bit more about this year's honoree, please welcome his friend and long-term collaborator, Tom Felton.
Good evening. Last week, Warwick Davis celebrated his 55th birthday. Given that he starred in his first film at the age of 11 and has rarely been off our screen since, that just goes to show how talented, how hardworking, and how loved this man is. To say he's had a huge impact on my life is an understatement. I first met Warwick when I was 12 in a castle in Oxford known to some as Hogwarts. He played... Cheers. He played my professor in one of my earliest scenes and even taught me my very first wizarding spell, Wingardium Leviosa. I was terrible at it. Warwick was brilliant. He was enthralling to watch, ever playful, ever precise in his performance, and always making it feel more like fun than work. Off-screen, Warwick is a tireless advocate for representation and opportunity in the entertainment industry. In 1995, he and Peter Burrows founded Willow Management to represent actors under 5 feet tall, later expanding to represent actors in the region of 7 feet and taller with Willow Tall. He didn't stop there. He also launched the Reduced Height Theatre Company, the first to be comprised entirely of short actors, and is the co-founder of Little People UK, a charity that provides support and information to people of short stature and their families. Quite simply, Warwick's influence extends far, far beyond the screen. Let's enjoy a look back at some of his work.
Warwick holds a very unique place in our culture. He's an amazing character performer, human, creature, robot. He's always excellent. And he's also made himself into an icon.
Cut it out!
It was the third of the original Star Wars trilogy, The Return of the Jedi. And the first day I met him, he was just tearing around the studio on roller skates. Just this wonderful spirit and a little boy.
He was very energetic, very good at what he did, very expressive. I took the person who was playing one of the main characters and I traded him with Warwick because he was so good.
It's just nice to feel that you're in Star Wars, and so when you see it in the cinema, you say that's brilliant.
I loved Warwick's performance so much because he was so funny and interesting, and I thought he was a great actor.
He always said that that's his favourite performance, and I think it is because that is what really ignited the spark.
I first worked with Warwick Davis when he was starring in Willow. He was an amazing individual.
For my final amazing feat, I will make this entire pig disappear.
He had to be terrified, he had to be funny, and at times he had to be an action hero. He did it all.
I told you we should have killed him when we had the chance.
He played so many different types of characters that he's so versatile, and there's so many different things he can do.
That's it, it's all loaded.
He has way more Star Wars credits than I have.
Oh no, you're good.
And not satisfied with being just part of one gigantic franchise in Star Wars. No, he's got to get into Harry Potter.
He's got warmth, great timing, and a killer smile.
Don't forget the nice wrist movement we've been practicing. The swish and flick.
Very unusual, is it? He is one of the hardest working men in show business.
You come to the place where the sophisticates and hipsters hang their bebop hats.
Dad has just broken down so many barriers.
Welcome to your new home.
The representation of little people that Dan had in film, I find it very inspiring to everyone.
Warwick Davis has spent virtually a lifetime in service. Service of both the story he's helping to maximize through his efforts and service to the audience who choose to watch. Bravo.
Dad, we're so proud of you. This is crazy, but so well deserved. You're amazing, you're a legend. And we get to call you Dad.
Yeah.
We love you.
I love you.
It is my great honor to present the BAFTA Fellowship to my dear friend, Warwick Davis.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much indeed. Wow. Thank you very much. Well, this is probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I've been in Star Wars. Sorry, Tom. Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to keep this short. It's been a long night. Short? Yeah, you can laugh. It's good. I thought it had gone... Good. I won't do any more, though. That's the last one. But thank you, everyone. So I'm going to firstly say thank you to my mum, my very first agent all those years ago, and the reason I'm here tonight, quite literally. No, she's not a cab driver. She gave birth to me 55 years ago. Thank you, Mum. And also I'd like to thank my incredible team, my agent, and all the people who have supported me throughout my career. This award isn't just for me, it's for all of you. Hang on a minute, sod that, I've done all the work. It's for me, this is all mine. Above all, though, I'd like to dedicate and thank my wonderful wife, Sammy, who died almost a year ago. She was also always so supportive of my career, encouraged me to grab every opportunity with both hands. However, I soon noticed that her level of enthusiasm for me taking a particular role was often relative to how much she wanted that new designer handbag. Since then, life has been pretty tough for me. But thanks to the support of our wonderful children, Annabelle and Harrison, I've been able to continue working and engaging in life. Special mention too should go to Sponge. You know who you are. Thank you for showing me that life can still have meaning and for helping me to laugh and to love again. And one final thought. To anyone out there dreaming of telling their story or creating something meaningful, go for it. The world needs your vision. And in future, if you need an actor to help bring that vision to life, remember the little fellow with the BAFTA. And finally, thank you, BAFTA, from the bottom of my heart for this incredible honor. I shall treasure it always. I'll see you in the movies. Thank you. I love this. Bring that
well.
Other winners tonight, where?
And the BAFTA goes to The Brutalist.
To an incredible cast, of course, led by Adrian, Guy, Felicity, absolutely extraordinary to dance with Adrian in those handheld moments will stay with me for a very long time.
And the BAFTA goes to Superman, the Christopher Reeve story.
I want to say a particular thank you because this film ultimately became a film about family and about legacy. To these three magnificent people, Alexandra, Will and Matthew Reeve, the children of Christopher Reeve.
And the BAFTA goes to Rock, Paper, Scissors.
Storytelling shapes how we see the world and each other. Its power reaches beyond the screen. It transforms lives. To the dreamers who find escapism in cinema, this is for you. And to those who need to hear it, you make the world a better place. Thank you.
Wonder to wonder.
Okay, so thank you so much to the BAFTA voters. It means the world to us. We made a short film, and yes, it did actually take 8 years.
And the BAFTA goes to The Substance.
Thank you to Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and for their patience in the makeup chair. Thank you to working title and movie. And last but not least, thank you to my whole team back at the workshop. Thank you so much.
And the BAFTA goes to
Riding into Emerald City as we charge through with John as our conductor, running down the stairs and into Emerald City, and this explosion of excitement and life, and that was what designing really was.
Right, we are firmly into the third act of these 2025 BAFTA Awards. Wonder how it's going to end. I reckon there's still a few twists and turns to come, people. Now, here to present the BAFTA for leading actor is a Canadian actress, model, author, activist and Broadway star who is dazzling audiences with her breathtaking performance in The Last Showgirl. Please welcome the incredible Pamela Anderson.
Wow. When we watch performances like those of the 6 incredible leading actors nominees this year, something profound stirs within us. Each of these actors challenges us to reflect on life's biggest questions. How does faith endure in a world of doubt? What does creativity mean when faced with control or restriction? And what happens when power goes unchecked? We may not leave the cinema with all the answers, but through their performances, these actors bring us closer to the truth. Here are the nominees.
Akila's Catholic wife does not want us here. He does not want us here. We have nothing.
Sometimes it's just all too much. And hard. But that's no excuse.
I'm so peaceful.
And I hope that you can forgive me.
It's so important to
find your faith in a doctrine you actually believe. And that's a very, very personal struggle. That is a personal challenge that I've struggled with for a very, very long time. You know, what is the one true religion?
1 second, listen, why is that? Because I'm rich, I'm handsome, I have a great family, I'm gonna be the #1 builder in New York. Listen to me. You're gonna have a life you can't even dream of, Ivana. With me. I love you.
Certainty is the deadly enemy of color. Even Christ was not certain at the end. Dio mio, perché mi hai abbandonato? He cried out in his agony at the 9th hour on the cross.
Everyone asks where these songs come from. When you wash your faces and then asking where the songs come from. And asking why songs didn't come to them.
And the BAFTA goes to Adrian Brody.
Goodness, thank you. Thank you all. Where do I begin? I am so grateful, and I want to thank this wonderful institution for not only honoring me, but for everyone here tonight who's done such great work, and everyone who's been nominated, and for acknowledging all of this hard work. You know, this film is really about this pursuit of leaving something meaningful, and I think that's something we can all relate to, so I congratulate you all. I share this with my fellow esteemed nominees, Rafe, Coleman, Hugh, Timothy, Sebastian. I admire all your work tremendously. I want to thank the BAFTA and the voters. I greatly appreciate this. I also want to thank the British public for embracing me and my creative endeavors. I recently was brave enough to step back on the stage here and lived here for a while in London, and so this is incredibly meaningful as England has felt quite a bit like home lately. I want to thank Brady, Corbet, and Mona Fastfold for your artistic integrity and perseverance, and for taking me along this amazing journey and destination. My fellow cast, my brutalist gang over here, Guy, Felicity, such wonderful work, you guys. This is for our collaborative efforts. I'm so humbled by this. Thank you. I will cherish this. Thank you all.
Following on from leading actor is the BAFTA for leading actress. To present it, we have two leading men who are appearing on the big screen right now as love rivals. Let's hope it stays amicable tonight. Please welcome Chiwetel Ejiofor and Leo Woodall.
Hi everyone. Leo and I are thrilled to be presenting the award together. Yeah, and you can see us side by side on the big screen in the new Bridget Jones movie, Mad About the Boy.
You can. Where I play the romantic lead.
Good one. Cheers. Actually, I'm the romantic lead. The clue is in the title, Mad About the Boy. You don't look much like a boy anymore, mate.
Well, that's right, Leo, because I'm a man. A real man, a leading man, if you will.
Okay, well, we're here to talk about leading ladies.
Very
There have been some truly incredible performances in this year's films.
Absolutely. Here are the nominees for leading actress.
Do you know what? You ain't got no finesse. Whatever you can say about Dr. Goldberg, he's got good bedside manner. He knows how to talk to patients. That's something they can't teach you at your student medical university place.
You're funny.
I know. So funny.
You're funny.
Funny, cool, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
Really funny, cool. Whatever I did, I'll never do it again. I'm never going to do it again. I promise you. Right? Because I don't want to lose you. I don't want to lose you. Stop.
You're taking it from me? It's really a secret. Stop it!
And the BAFTA goes to Mikey Madison.
Wow, I really wasn't expecting this. I probably should have listened to my publicist and wrote a speech or something. Thank you so much, Sean Baker. I just adore you. You are an incredible person. I know you don't like it when I praise you, but I have to just for a second. You're so wonderful. You literally made my dreams come true. Sammy Kwan, you are one of the kindest people I've ever met. Thank you. You were my rock during filming. Alex Coco, thank you. Yura Borisov, the most incredible scene partner, kindest person. Thank you for always being there for me and gluing me back together every single day, literally with like medical glue. Thank you, Mark. You are so wonderful. You injected our film with so much humor and you're lovely. I want to thank my mom. She's not here, but she has driven me to literally hundreds of auditions, helped me put
Okay,
so
ladies and
many
gentlemen,
on
it is
tape,
5 to
helps me
9.
memorize my
So can you
lines.
please take your
She's,
seats so that we can wrap up the watch party because we've had some exciting news. Please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. And have a glass with you. Team Buff, can you get everyone in their seats, please? Thank you all. everyone take their seats, please?
Those of you that can stay, just top up your drinks. We just want to officially congratulate Milosh and the team because they have won a BAFTA tonight, courtesy of the UK premiere of BUFF. It's a special occasion and we want to celebrate it properly because we are ahead of time. We thought it was going to go out now, but we went out 10 minutes ago, so BAFTA tricked us a little bit in terms of their programming tonight, because it's usually one of the last awards that they show. So let's just raise a glass to rock, paper, scissors. Woo! And where is our superstar?
Milosh, come and join me again.
Come and join Emmanuel.
Milosh
quickly.
Luchanko.
We won't keep you too long.
Right, hopefully we'll get the right slide up. There it is. Rock, Paper, Scissors, Milosh, is a BAFTA-winning film. How does that feel?
I'm speechless. It's crazy.
It is crazy, isn't it?
It is crazy, yeah.
What does this mean for you now,
I
do you
had a
think?
small role, but a really big mission. And the film was really important to me because the tragic story is, unfortunately, similar things happen in Ukraine still. And thanks to BAFTA, people can support Ukraine and know what's happening in Ukraine right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we just saw in the speech Hader was talking about what it means globally in terms of the story that's been told. And I was saying to some of the guys earlier that what's happening in Ukraine can be replicated in Gaza, can be replicated in Biafra, which is where I'm from in Nigeria. So all over the world, we've all had our Ukraine, for want of a better phrase. But going forward, what does it mean for the people of Ukraine to be kind of seen in this spotlight now?
I think people of Ukraine are happy for Ukrainian film winning BAFTA. It's a really big thing for them. And yeah, I think it's really, you know, when people say, oh, Ukrainian film won the BAFTA, it's a really big thing for them. Yeah.
And I know with Franz, he's been making films since he was 16. And when I spoke to him about the film a month ago, he struck a bond with Ivan because they both lost their dads early. So it's very kind of easy for him to just kind of channel Ivan's story in the film. What was it like to work with Alexandra, who's there with them tonight?
It was incredible working with that team. Everyone, the actors, the producers, the director, Franz, he was literally great and I really enjoyed it, working with them. And I wanted to thank Franz again for making this film. And guys, can you please give a round of applause for my team? And we won the BAFTA, guys! Yay!
Now, there's a camera there. And give your message to Franz and Hader and the team. Just let them know that we were sharing that moment with them.
Guys, thank you so much. Franz, Hader, Alexander, if you're watching this, I'm proud of you guys and thank you very much, guys, for letting me be a part of that team. And yeah, thank you, guys.
Milosh, well done. Congratulations. And BUFF is now a BAFTA-winning film festival, everyone. It took 20 years, but we got there. So now you need to tell everyone on social media. So your work is now here done. There is still drinks, what's left of it. But on social media, you guys know what you need to do. So tweet like crazy, post like crazy. It's going to be a long night for us. Those of us with children, there's no school tomorrow, so you've got no excuse either. But on behalf of everyone at the British Urban Film Festival, I'd like to thank you all. I've just had a few drinks, I think. I'd like to thank you all for coming to this very special occasion. And to our Heavenly Father, thank you. Checks in the post. And as I said to Franz before tonight, we are showing the film again on March the 1st at the Rich Mix. And we're going to have 4 chairs, and one of those chairs will be reserved for the BAFTA Award. So if you want to see the BAFTA Award at a Buff event, you will see it on March the 1st in Rich Mix. So if I were you, I'd get a ticket to be part of that special night. But if I don't see you there, have a safe journey home, and good night. Thanks, everyone.
And can we please give one more round of applause for Emmanuel? Yay!
So Milosh will be presenting Buff from now on. I'm officially retired, okay? This guy's too good, way too good. Right, we're going to take some pictures now, but that's the end of the party.